Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Heidi, and I am someone who struggles with chronic insomnia. Have been, I think, a little over 4 years now, and this channel we talk a lot about how to cope, how to deal, a lot of different product reviews, different things that claim to help you sleep, and a lot of different things that have helped me that hasn't helped me, and just my opinion and how I do things to ensure good quality sleep. And I'm also 24 weeks pregnant, so I have a couple videos on that as well. So if that seems interesting to you, I would love it if you subscribe. Today's video is about the top 5 sleep hygiene habits that have worked for me and that I have done consistently for the past pretty much 3-4 years now. Something that I've learned to do, and when I do these 5 things, it helps me sleep the best. I have done these things while on medication. I was taking prescription medication for about 3 years. The one I was taking is called Seroquel. Now, being off that medication for the past about 5 months, I have continued these sleep hygiene habits now off the medication. So now I can give you like a review on what it's like being on medication and off medication and continuing to do these 5 specific things. And I kind of want to talk about sleep hygiene for a moment. I feel like when you have insomnia, if you're somebody who struggles with insomnia like I do, you've probably researched so much on how to get good quality deep sleep. And if you type into Google how to get good sleep, what's probably going to come up is a list of sleep hygiene habits, things to do, things to don't do, which is great. The thing is, stress, can be a factor of not getting good sleep. You look this stuff up, now all of a sudden you have a to-do list. Now all of a sudden you're stressed out. I want to come at you with somebody who's struggled with insomnia, who's tried pretty much everything that's on those lists, and come at you with a realistic perspective, at you with the perspective of like, I've tried this. This is how I implement it without it causing me so much stress and so much anxiety, and without feeling like I have such a to-do list. And to me, sleep hygiene is doing what your body needs in order to get good sleep. Like when you put soap on in the shower, you're doing what your body needs to be clean and to smell good and to be fresh. And now with sleep hygiene, you're doing what your body needs in order to get good quality sleep, or if you're like me, at least some sleep. Something else that sleep hygiene, a lot of different things on those lists will do is help your circadian rhythm. Your circadian rhythm is your body's clock that pretty much tells you when to go to bed, when to wake up, and when to do other things. So this is what works for me, and I hope this helps you in some type of way. Without further ado, let's get into it. Number 1, so I don't know if I'm allowed to do this, but this is actually something I haven't found on really any sleep hygiene list. This might not be considered sleep hygiene, but to me, I think it is. And that is to stop taking melatonin. If hygiene is taking care of your body, something I've learned is to not wash my hair every single day and to not wash my face more than once a day, unless it absolutely needs it. Overdoing it takes away from your body's natural oils. So once I stopped washing my face twice a day and only did it once, one, it was great because it made life so much simpler. My face stopped being stripped of my body's natural oils. The clearer my face got, the acne cleared up. So washing your hair and face too much can take away from the body's natural oils and overstrip your face. So the same way of washing your hair and face every day is taken away from what your body is naturally producing. Something melatonin, when you take the supplement melatonin, you're taken away from your body's natural melatonin. Our bodies naturally produce melatonin, which is the sleep hormone. So when you constantly take it, I know for a very long time there, I definitely took it. And if you're like me, when you first take it, it almost feels like a magic pill where it's like, wow, I feel really tired when I need to feel tired. And then you knock out and you go to sleep. But the more I took it, the more I needed a higher dose. So basically, like at first, what's the normal clinical dosage is like 1.5, I think, of 1.5 milligrams. And then you take that for so long, your body's gonna need 3 milligrams and then 5, and then it just keeps going up and up and up until it has an effect on your body. About two and a half years ago, I stopped taking the melatonin because I learned this. It's taken a while, but I feel my body going back to a state where I'm getting sleepy at night. So normally with my insomnia, I can get super tired. My body feels exhausted and I feel depleted, but my brain is still going and I'm still like awake and alert, but I wasn't sleepy. I really feel like my body's natural melatonin just wasn't present anymore. And so not taking it, I feel it slowly coming back. And I believe that's one of the reasons why I can fall asleep now being pregnant. It's not perfect. I still have a lot of not so good days, but I'm getting sleep not being on my medication, which is amazing. It feels such a relief, and I really believe not taking melatonin is a part of that. Number 2, try to have a cool temperature when you're going in your room as you're going to sleep. One thing I know that I'm aware of is this could be a luxury. Not everyone has AC or lives in an environment where it can get cold. I know for me right now it's winter, so all I have to do is open the windows and it'll get nice and cold in here. Last summer we had an AC. The AC in mine and my husband's room just wasn't working for a whole month. I'm over here like, it's fine. Like, I don't need an AC to fall asleep. I don't need to be picky. I don't need to be snooty that the AC is broken. But then eventually we got it fixed and I could tell a difference in my sleep. And having cooler temps, one, that increases the body's natural melatonin. There was a study done where 69% of the people reported that having cooler temps really improved their sleep. The hotter the temperature, that can stop the signals in your brain telling you it's time to go to sleep. It's also known that having irregular body temperature could be the culprit of not being able to get good sleep. Being pregnant right now, I know my body temperature is all over the place and I definitely feel that right now. And so making sure my room is at a good temperature is more important now than ever. And research also proves that it really helps deep sleep. So I noticed for me, just making sure my room is somewhere between like 65 and 69. That is the best temperature for me personally. And I do notice a lot better sleep when I get it to that temperature. Okay, so my third sleep hygiene habit is I'm gonna lump a couple things in with this one, and basically that is to check in with yourself mentally, physically, spiritually, emotionally. And there's so many different ways you can do that. You can pray, you can meditate, you can journal. Physically, you can stretch, you can do yoga, exercise, although I don't recommend doing intense exercise right before bed. Or maybe it's just getting your mind in a good, happy spot and before going to sleep. Why I'm saying this is because if there's an underlying issue or an issue that's there and you're not completely aware of it, it can still affect your sleep. I know for me, if there's something I'm sad or upset about, I am somebody who likes to hide things. I am somebody who I don't really like to communicate and confront things. I hide it, I suppress it, and when it comes out, it'll come out like a cry for help. So I definitely in the past have gone to bed and had things going on and I just hid it. I just suppressed it and went to bed. And when you're already a poor sleeper, anything affects your sleep. And that could be tension in the muscle, a sore back, somewhere in your body doesn't feel relaxed. For me, at the end of the day, I always like to check in with God and ask him, is there something I could have done today that could have been better, that I could have been more in your will and given you glory? Is there something I said to my family, my husband, my daughter that wasn't correct? I need to fix that. Especially now, I gotta ask myself how I'm doing emotionally. Being pregnant, not having a good pregnancy, just having severe nausea and pregnancy symptoms, and not getting sleep, my emotions are all over the place. And I have to just constantly be in the word and pray and be like, God, how do I need to see this in a light that you see it? How can I see this the way you see it and approach it as such? And how do I receive your peace and your love and your truth and know that things are gonna be okay. And honestly, once I calm down and listen to him and take time to just hear his word, he gives me a perspective that just puts everything into place and helps me be calm and have peace and not be overwhelmed emotionally. So yeah, check in with yourself, ask yourself how you're doing, and see if that does the trick. And the fourth thing is exercising. This is something I did consistently before I became pregnant, and being on medication, being on the Seroquel, I noticed Seroquel really took away from my deep sleep, but it helped me get more quantity of sleep. So it took away from the quality, but helped with the quantity. Exercising helped with the quality. So days I really wasn't moving my body, not taking time, specifically in the morning, to exercise and make sure that I was doing something. Basically, I almost get to the point where I'm sweating. Then I did notice an effect on my sleep that night. I liked doing at home workouts, and if I wasn't doing that, then I really enjoyed just taking a walk outside, especially when it's nice outside, doing something with my daughter and my husband, whether that's going to the lake, swimming, going to the park, doing something like cardio, weightlifting, aerobics, anything. I've noticed just basically moving my body would do the trick. It didn't need to be so intense. It needed to be something where I was being active and sweating it out. Also, cortisol levels, the stress hormone, is the highest in the morning. I felt like exercise really helped me maintain my cortisol levels and just helped me balance that hormone pretty well. So therefore, when nighttime came, that hormone wouldn't be so active as I usually feel like it is. So I am 24 weeks pregnant, not having a great pregnancy. It's been really difficult for me to work out. Now that I'm on medication for my nausea, that has helped me feel more like a human. I've been really trying to incorporate working out back into my routine, and I've noticed that has helped not just with my sleep, but a variety of different things while being pregnant. So yeah. The last thing is I am very weary of caffeine. I am making sure that I know when I'm taking it. I'm making sure I don't take it after 12. My relationship with caffeine since the beginning of this insomnia journey for the past 4 years has been all over the place. Saying normally what people do when they don't get good sleep is go intake a lot of caffeine. So when I couldn't sleep at night, I would go take some caffeine and it would make me worse. It'd make me more tired, give me extreme headaches, really bad jitters. Basically, I would get to like a crash where I couldn't function, couldn't really do anything. So noticing this, basically I just stopped taking caffeine altogether. Like, yeah, I still had like chocolate, maybe tea every now and then, and decaf coffee. I know decaf coffee still has a little bit of caffeine in it. Basically taking out a good 99% of my caffeine intake, because I notice a lot of people are asking like, okay, what if I just take caffeine out completely? Will it help my sleep? I didn't notice a difference with it when I took it out completely, but I do and did notice a difference when I took it out. Like, I didn't drink caffeine past noon. And a good reason for that is, say if you drink a regular cup of coffee, it's known that it has a half-life of 6 hours. So basically once you reach 6 hours, that's when the caffeine starts to be cut. The effect of caffeine starts to be cut in half, and then it keeps going down from there. So you could be going to bed at 10 if you drink coffee at like say 2, if you stop drinking caffeine at 2, and the half-life is at 8. And so the effects of caffeine are still like wearing off the hours after that. So that could affect your melatonin, that could affect your circadian rhythm. I try hard. Honestly, I'm drinking it somewhere between when I get up to about maybe 10, but I make sure I don't touch it after 12. And when I do, like the other day, we went to a restaurant and I really wanted iced tea, and I course didn't sleep well that night. Be wary of when you're taking caffeine or what caffeine is in. I mean, it's in energy drinks, pre-workout, coffee, teas, chocolate. Maybe even try scaling it back and see what happens. When I did add caffeine back after a year of like not taking it, I noticed that my body, it was nice because it felt like I wasn't so reliant on caffeine. I didn't need caffeine to cope throughout my day like I once upon a time did. But yeah, that is my top 5 sleep hygiene habits. Again, I hope this helps you in some type of way. Not getting sleep is so hard and it affects everything, but I am right here walking through this in this journey with you. And I pray you find relief and something that helps you soon. All right, I'll see you next time. Bye.